My name is Jacob Bowers, and this is a video tutorial on the career skills sheet for the Dollars and Hours record book. To start off, you're going to want to go ahead and identify which SAE you want to identify some skills to learn in. So we have Squirrel Herman's Worm Farm. You can see at the top we have several career cluster areas that you can learn skills in. That might seem overwhelming, but your ag teacher is just going to have to give you some time to actually go through those and identify some of those standards. And if we click a drop-down box, so Squirrel Herman's Worm Farm, I would identify that in animal systems. You can see that there's lots of standards here that actually could be met, but you may not be able to identify how can you actually meet that standard. So in order to identify that, we're going to hover over animal systems and click on the web link up above. You can see it brings us to a very nice website, and we'll use this website to click on animal systems again and identify what are these are all the standards popping up again, and you can identify what are some activities that you can use to help you meet that standard. So analyze nutritional needs of animals. You can see here that they have beginning, intermediate, and advanced level activities for you to actually use to meet that standard. So what I'm going to do now is go back to my Dollars and Hours and go ahead and find that standard. So analyze the nutritional needs of animals. And then within that same row, so you can see I'm in row 4, what do you intend to do to achieve this skill? So you're going to basically do some research on the nutritional of worms. And that's all we're looking for that first column. Now, at the end of the record book year, at any point in time, once you've actually achieved that skill and have actually done this activity, you can go ahead and write down what did you do to actually achieve that skill and put down the date that you actually achieved it. Now, something I want to point out is we do have those little black boxes again that will actually tell you some notes. Something that you need to be aware of, you may not actually meet your goal of meeting that standard. So if you did not achieve this skill, what got in your way? What barriers did you face in meeting this skill? And so that's a great place for you to go ahead and reflect on that. I would encourage you to go ahead and fill out at least 3 skills per SAE that you have listed. Your ag teacher may ask for something different. I know for my students, I'm going to be asking for around 10 skills total, regardless of number of SAEs, just a total of 10 skills that they can actually fill out. And when it comes to time to print this print this record book, I like to go ahead and identify what are those categories that I didn't end up using and making those smaller. So on a Mac, you can use the command function and then go ahead and click, and you can select what rows you actually want to make smaller. On a PC, I believe you would use the control option. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab it, make it smaller. You can see that this has made this significantly smaller, so that way when we click the print icon, you get a little bit more space there. And again, you can see that was still kind of small, so I'm going to go ahead and select a few more. So that way I can actually read what's going on. Then print. You can see that's so much better, a lot easier to read. Now take note, if you're going to have 10 of these skills, they're probably going to be from all over the place. So you're going to have to use your best judgment as to what's the best way to minimize some of those things. Thank you for listening to this tutorial.